If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up.
Just cash.
That guy was mad at the end of that intro, E. That was not us this weekend.
No, sir. Maybe it was a couple of Baltimore fans last night, but
Oh, my
not us, man. Not
Goodness.
us. Yeah, interesting weekend to say the least. But yeah, we're back. You already know what time it is. It's Just Cash, baby. Here to win some money, talk some college basketball, and kick it with the homies. You already know, joined by Underrated. What's good, man? How are you? How was your weekend?
Good. Super tiring. Football was a lot yesterday. Got a decent sleep though. I'm ready now. Know we had a great day in college yesterday and the day before, so let's keep it rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Let's see. We had our Friday stream because we didn't really have a whole lot going on Friday, if I do recall correctly. But Saturday was unbelievably loaded, and I know we talked about Dylan Grant, Pippen, and those two guys. You know, Dylan Grant, we unfortunately just got messed up with a coach. You know, bonehead decision to not play his two best lead scorers down the stretch in the game, and you know, he just couldn't get there for us. Came up a little shy, but Pippen, I think that was a super easy call. I mean, even though he didn't really do much after he went over, he ended the game with like 14, but he had 14 right after half. So easy sweat there. And then Big Hay came through for us in the clutch, full unit play at the end of the night. And the late night hammer came through. And man, he's been a solid player for Florida. So glad we had some great reads there. We hit a bunch of bet online slips. We hit like 4 of them or something over the weekend, 4 or 5 of them.
I think we hit 4. We would have done even better if they hadn't messed up Caleb Wilson's last shot. Somehow they called it his points and we went over and then they took it away. It just felt like a tackle. It was weird.
Yeah,
But
it was a bit unfortunate, but you know, had a really good weekend. We are up some units again, so we got a couple plays for you guys. It is a small slate, obviously, just 3 games really of player props. I did see that Prizepicks added this other random game that's about to start, but it just started when we went live. So no, I'm good on that. We're never going to be looking around for these scrub schools, but we got 3 really good games. You know, if they're going to give us a small slate, this is a pretty good one. We got Nebraska traveling out to Ohio State, Oregon, we did just get news. Jackson Shellstad will be out tonight again. So get your Biddle, get your Kwame Evans in. They did raise Biddle's fantasy by 1 from last game. He's at 35.5 now. And then late night hammer, thankfully we're not waiting around all night this evening, but we got USC traveling out to Michigan State, which should be a really good game. USC and CBM coming off of a horrible foul game. Hopefully keeps the hands together tonight. But Michigan State has been pretty dominant so far this season. I do love them at home, and we'll get into all that here in a little bit. But before we get too far ahead, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like button down below. Keep the algorithm happy. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button, turn the noties on. And in the better portion of it, you always want to have access to our Discord. So links down in the description. Make sure you guys check that out. We're still running the 7-day free trial. Come win some cash with us and say what's up. All right. Random thought here, just sidebar. When does MPB start up again?
Oh, I don't know. I think it starts pretty much when Major League Baseball starts. So I don't know. What's that? 2-3 months?
Yeah, so I was thinking a couple months probably. Probably 3 months at the latest.
Oh, that's going to be so nice.
I know. I'm so ecstatic. I have Underdog back again this year, so I can't wait.
Oh, boy. It's going to be so amazing. They're going to do their normal fuck-ups, and we're going to get streaks going. Oh, boy. Forgot you can't do streaks because you jacked Underdog too hard. They don't want to give you streaks.
Yeah, I get no free stuff or no bonus, no edges, no nothing like that. But that's okay. That's okay. Just having options to bet them is going to be all I need. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's so fun. And we get to do the MPB stuff, the top plays, and then just spread them out with all the other plays we like. Love it.
Yep. Let's see. We adding something over here?
I was about to add Chad, and I didn't know how to spell his last name, so I was looking that up real quick.
Okay.
Mazara. Mazara. Got it.
All right. Well, while you do that, let's go ahead and hop into our first game because it does start. Starts in an hour and a half, I believe. So let's talk about the Ohio State game here. We got two plays from it, two different positions. So Bruce Thornton, he's been a fan favorite. He's been really productive this year. He was a wagon for us last year as well, and nothing's really changed here. Not too concerned about any foul games. That's almost an anomaly for him, but do love the usage, do love the overall hit rating. Now, I will say I am still a pretty big fan of the 17.5, so if you guys are wanting to play that, play the 17.5, not the 18.5 line. It's kind of crazy. The books are a bit divided on here. You can see even DraftKings has them up to 19.5, so there's a pretty big difference here.
That's crazy.
We did lock in that 15.5 value is still pretty crisp. I will say, given all the line movement, it's still being in the low 300s is pretty solid. And good old Hard Rock, man. God, I need to try my best to get on that site.
How can you not? They don't have it where you're at?
I think it is like Florida and a few other places specific. I'm fairly confident it's not here, but if I ever move to Florida, I know the first site I will always have in my back pocket. It's going to be them.
Damn. Yeah, man. Shit. You got to figure that out. I don't know very many people that have that, so maybe it is just a few states.
Yeah, and that's one trade-off. If I do move and lose a couple of my books, I'm more than happy because they've been quite generous so far, at least with college basketball. But talking about Ohio State here, they are going to have a slightly tougher matchup. Nebraska is fairly good overall at, just general defense. But one thing that held true last year, that was kind of one of our tricks, and it seems like it's still holding the same for this year, is their three-point defense. It is non-existent. They play a really good zone. They play, reasonable man coverage, but they're getting exposed really, really badly by any kind of high volume shooters. So I know obviously, and books know obviously, because you can see he's only averaging 2 threes made. 2 3-point made so far this season. They already have him jacked all the way up to 2.5 threes. So no surprise there. I mean, this is a matchup for it. And I know last year, whenever they played, he absolutely went off the second time. The first time, I don't remember what happened. He just had a really poor performance, and I think he was sharing time on the floor with somebody else. But I do know that the second time they played, he went absolutely nuclear, and he hit a bunch of threes and had a bunch of free throws. But in general, the line, 62% this season is not bad at all, and his home metrics even more so looked really well. He's actually averaging closer to 22 real points per game. So I do love to see that. And most of these misses here, as you can see, are obvious blowouts. I mean, we had almost over 30 point here, 22-point blowouts. I mean, he only played 31 minutes. So the minutes correlate with the blowout situation here. Both of these teams, one kind of cool thing, fun fact, Ohio State against all 7 of their ranked opponents and or real teams they played. So far, they stayed within 10 points of the actual game, whether win or loss. So I do love to see they play to their competition. And the same thing could be said for Nebraska on the other side. Obviously, they're undefeated, so they're having an exceptional season. But any games where they didn't just win by a large majority against real and ranked opponents, their games were still within 10 points. So I do love to see that, just in general game flow. Hopefully we're getting full go from everybody on both sides here. And anytime we see Bruce like that, I mean, he's just playing really, really well so far this season. Let's see, minutes over 35. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 24 points scored per game. So I love it, man. Honestly, I would love to see the threes come up a little bit more, but this is definitely a game environment to do it. So that's going to be the situation. And we're looking at least 2 threes made. I mean, he's had multiple free throw attempts to close the game out. We know he's their icing free throw shooter, and he always has the ball. So I love it, man. I love the minutes, love the usage, not really a foul risk. And assuming the game stays close, he should be seeing heavy minutes.
Yeah, Bruce makes sense, man. We looked through all this last night and came to the conclusion that the 15 plus, put that with something, is definitely something to play with some value. 17 and a half obviously makes sense too, but the 14 and a half, he's hit that every single time. The 3 red spots there are blowouts, like you were saying, or teams against, games against small schools. So when he has a good matchup like today, obviously it's not a good matchup because Nebraska's good on defense, but it's going to be a close game. Bruce is going to have the ball. He's probably going to play 35, 38 minutes, something crazy. So, I mean, love it.
I agree.
Love it, love it. Love the alt. The other play, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you tried it out, but the alt is the play for me, at least the new way I'm trying to figure out these things. And 15 plus, boom. We could put that with a couple different things that we are going to get into next, I guess.
Yeah, and to that point, if you want to get cute with the 2 of them, I would say maybe just a half unit straight bet on the full line. And for the 14 and a half, I would go a full unit on and all play with something else.
Yeah, he's hit that every single game where it's been a decent game where he has to play all the way through.
Yep.
So, come on, man. How can you get better than 100%?
Yeah. No, I mean, he's doing everything we need. So just assuming these guys keep the game within, honestly within 20 points. I mean, Bruce goes out and plays at least 31, 32 minutes. So before we head over to Nebraska side of things, I will also shout out John Mobley as well. I know he's an inconsistent shooter. He started off the season really well and then kind of went through this little drought phase when they started playing against the real opponents. These are 3 bad games, 3 good opponents there. And then looks like he's, coming back into his stride a little bit more here, but he was one of my favorite plays last year in this specific matchup. I mean, the first game he absolutely showed out. And then the second game, I remember we played both Thornton and Mobley here. So good history, obviously comes with a 3-point upside, hit 5 and 3 on them last year. I don't know if I would necessarily just take the 3 straight up, even though the payout is, oh God, no, it's terrible now. Never mind, cancel that thought. The straight up points though, he's another guy, if we were looking to kind of get cute with the slate or maybe attack it from a few different angles, his 9.5 points were not that bad. I think it's something you could cobble together with something, but just as a secondary play, I could see him having some good success today.
Yeah, Mobley, I haven't paid much attention to him. He seemed to, I don't know why. I guess he's just taking the backseat to Bruce. But last year, I remember he kind of came out of nowhere. And this year, I mean, I guess he's been pretty decent. He has had a few games that kind of made me worry some, I guess, is when he had 3 against Pittsburgh. What was that? Why did he only play? Did he get hurt in that game or something? 14 minutes?
I think he was in foul trouble that game.
No, he only had one foul. Looking at that, like, what the heck? And then the Notre Dame game, he had 9 points. Yeah, that's weird in that Pittsburgh game, huh? He must have got hurt.
What day was that?
It was November 28th. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we can take that game out. So only one time has he scored under 10 points against good teams where he played the full game. So I don't fault you for the 10 plus. I don't know that the payout might be shit though, huh?
Yeah, well, like I said, it was in the high 300s, low 400s, somewhere around there. But just something to think about,
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about Mass here real fast and then get to our questions. I see Hugh Donkey's got a few for us as always, and much appreciated. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we found this 15.5 line last night. Also, Big Wet in our channel. Shout out to him for bringing this up. Hey, this is one of those nice times where FanDuel was kind of, doing their own little thing over there. And it's kind of funny because, his 16.5 was fairly, the odds were favoring him to go over across all sites. So for FanDuel to open him up at 15.5 was pretty crazy. And like we called, it was going to get moved. And he is back to 16.5 now. But we got our favorite matchup here, Ohio State, who's just absolutely dying to any kind of productive bigs. On average, they're giving up about 15 to 20% additional production and just allowing essentially 50% or more shooting from the field. And just, absolutely getting shredded by any kind of volume and high usage player, which Mass fits the bill for that. We saw him this last game, put up 19 against MSU, also of all teams, played really, really well against them. Even though it was a low-scoring game, hell, he basically had a third of the team's total points, and that kind of slow environment, that's pretty impressive as it is. But so far this season, any competitive games, what was he, when we were talking about it, was he 7 for 7 in meaningful games where he played the minutes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 7 for 7.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And, this is a perfect matchup for him. The offensive rebounds and free throw attempts should be a really huge boost today. Now, I know we were kind of back and forth as far as like taking his PRA or PR lines, but it felt like the rebounds were a little heavier. He was at 7.5 last night, so it looks like they brought him back down to that number. Yeah, the industry is still somewhat divided on that here. So at least on whatever this prop is currently, I guess the standard now, Prizepicks has it. The 6.5, I don't know. That one felt a little bit more untrustworthy. A few more misses overall with that, but the scoring and the down low production has been really there and consistent for him this year. So I love the 7 different matchups that he exceeded in, and also played his highest minutes of the season. Anytime he's playing 30 or more, this guy's putting up at least 17 points. So I love the game script. I love the environment, and especially for them coming off such a slow game, anytime that they've been able to have, the high 70s, 80 points per game, that's been pretty easy for him to hit here. So I love it. Honestly, I might even get a little wild and take the first bucket scored prop too. Ohio's been giving that up to a lot of people, but that's definitely a total DJ in place. So I'll tell that for what you will. But yeah, this is everything we're kind of looking for, especially on the small slate and especially for this matchup. So I love it, man. He has been the man there.
Yeah. So we definitely. Oh, did the 15.5 move today? Is it 16.5 now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the bet online play we had here. So Bruce 15 plus. We love that already. We know. Now we can put Mass at 20 PR or 25 PR, and it changes our payout from minus 150 to plus 140. So that's our question. So what do we want to do here? Like, are those his rebounds there?
Yeah.
25 isn't that big of a stretch, right? 25 PR.
It's not, but there's definitely some chance he could have, just 6 rebounds or something and not cover at least the R part of it. But I do think he's going for maybe a 20 burger today. I'm feeling pretty close to that general range. So, I mean, as long as he's just not getting no rebounds, that would be quite unfortunate. But, I mean, Ohio State doesn't shoot that many threes, so I don't think I'm too terribly worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, we can go either way. We can go PR 20, PR 25, or we can go PRA 25. And that basically gives us minus 150, plus 100, or minus 140. So we can go with however good we feel about him and where we should go. We can stick it there. I don't know. Like, maybe we want to go with the higher PR and just give ourselves a better payout. Might as well, right? Plus 140, 25 PR.
I think so. Honestly, man. I mean,
makes sense.
I don't know when the last big hasn't hit like 25 or more PR. I mean, the production there has just been unbelievable.
I mean, we put Dylan Grant at 19 and a half, and we were feeling good about it. So he should be able to get 25.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Grant was the first guy in a minute to miss that, and these are not the same players.
Exactly. Let's ride with it. Plus 140. Fuck it.
I like it.
Okay, because we know Bruce should get his 15. I don't mind putting that in a few plays, so that'll work.
I'm with it.
All right, cool.
I am with it.
I'm gonna lock that in, post it, and we will be going 2-0 on Bet Online plays again. Back to Chad Baker, huh? Chad Baker time?
I think so. Let's before we move to that next game, since Q Donkey had a question about Kwame Evans here, and I mean, personally, again, like we talked about last slate, I mean, for me, it's really just going to be Biddle and Evans, and pass on it. Honestly, not really interested in anything on Rutgers side of things, but Kwame's pretty nice. I mean, he's definitely going to have that shot volume increase. Last game was another double-digit effort from him. I do like the rebounding upside. He's been pretty consistent, especially with Biddle having to exert more energy as far as his scoring upside and more field goal volume overall. It's kind of left him, by default to hang around the rim just a little bit more. Plus, he really doesn't have much of a 3-point shot. I mean, he'll hit 1, maybe 2 on a good day, but I wouldn't pencil him down for any more than just a 3-pointer at best. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's going to carry a lot of the weight probably with the scoring, the rebounding. The assist, kind of back and forth. 2.5 feels a touch high on that. So I don't know if I necessarily want that. But his block and steal upside has been pretty solid too. Not necessarily the same as Biddle game to game, but the ceiling performances we've seen out of him have been pretty nice. So I don't mind the PRA, either one of those, PRA, PR, one of the two. If you want to play that, I don't mind.
What's his
and
PRA? What was his
20%.
PRA? Sorry, 23.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. Rutgers. We're back to that. We're back to that thing. Like, his lines are on the lower side because Rutgers is so fucking slow, and Rutgers gives up those threes, right? And he, like you said, he doesn't really shoot threes, so he's not really gaining that advantage there. So it's a little scary.
Yeah. And I mean, you never know with some of the backup guard coming in and having a run point. Things can get a little sloppy there as well. So this game honestly just kind of feels like a pass. If you want to play Biddle, I get it. He's also coming off of the season high turnovers. I wouldn't expect him to have another 5 turnover game, but also hard to expect him to have another 5 stock game, which he's done in the last couple games. So hey, I get it. But the numbers kind of get on up there, so just keep that in mind as well.
So Evans is without Shellstat last game, he had 21 PRA.
Yeah.
See, that already scares me. You're just off that. Just that right there. Gonzaga. Yeah. I don't know. That seems tough. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a reasonable spot for him. I get it with Shellstad being out. One of these two bigs is going to have more of a productive game, and I think even Nate didn't even have like a true scoring productive game. He only put up 16 points, so he would have come up just shy of that point prop. And while it does feel pretty appropriate, I can totally see him going and putting up 20 points because he only shot 3 threes, and that was kind of weird for this last game. So probably looking closer to 4 or 5 threes. I mean, if I had to pick between the two of them, maybe him to have more of a bounce back scoring wise game. But the usage rating didn't come way up like I was hoping it would. He's been strong in the 30s almost whenever the situation where he's having to score more than often. But only 28% this last game. That was kind of weird.
Wait, he had... Oh, okay, yeah. So he went over. He had, what is that, 26 PRA?
But this is for Biddle.
This is Biddle. Okay, my bad. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I swear he didn't. Yeah, Biddle seems a little bit up and down too. I can't fuck with either of those guys. Kwame, I can see though his last games before this last Maryland game, he was getting there. Then the couple games before that against Creighton and Auburn, he didn't get there. So to me, if you don't get there 3 out of 7, 3 out of 8 times, it's a little scary. At the same time, if you're playing the normal line, you only need it more than 50-something%. So could go either way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Personally, we're trying to look for I don't know, just ones that feel like they gotta hit, and then at least you got a 60% shot because you know how it goes.
Yeah, and this last game, they for Kwame at least, his efficiency kind of came back down to earth because that was something we had brought up not so long ago either. He was just playing really above his head. He was shooting at 70-something% from the field. And even though the volume did come up, which I do love to see, because if he gets that really efficient game, let's say he goes 6 for 10 or 8 for 10 or something like that, plus he actually knocks down one more free throw and maybe he hits a 3, we're talking somewhere between like a 5-6 point difference just on scoring alone. So I like the rebounding. I like the potential to have some assists. I don't know if I want to pay the 2.5 part of it, but I could see him getting 2 assists, no problem. It's just the scoring, man. If you're getting double-digit volume from him again, then I think that's pretty solid. But if it's 8-9 field goals again, that could be a little bit scary.
Rutgers is just so fucking slow. I hate
They
that.
are. That game's going to be a snail's pace.
Yeah, that's why it's tough. 23.5 seems a little up there. Feels a 50-50. But anyways, Damien's here. This is what good fellas.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, bro? I hope y'all are doing well. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us on this Monday. Man, the weather got real ugly over here. It was such a beautiful morning, and now it's all overcast, and it's not raining, but it's that annoying mistiness that's going on, almost fog.
Mm-hmm.
Boo. Not here for it.
Oh, bro, I live in the fog.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. That's what's here. We got fog.
Oh, fog. Well, speaking of fog, let's talk about Big Asar tonight. And we had some interest in this 15.5 point under.
Yeah, it looks too good to be true. Is it still 15.5?
Oh, it's not. 14.5.
Okay.
Good call, sir.
Okay. I knew that had to happen last night. This is one of those type of plays. It didn't even look right.
Yeah, he's another, actually taking a deep dive into the game logs and seeing the opponent matchups. The only games that he's really been productive, the only, maybe one you could have an argument for is they played against Hall and, he had a really, really stellar game. But the real opponents, we have Boise, way underperformed. Illinois, Oregon, Arizona State, all these guys where they hit this little string of, actual teams that they're playing against. This guy is kind of riding the struggle boat. So especially this last game against Michigan, he had a really good game and the minutes were more elevated than usual and he still couldn't get there. So not an easy matchup. Michigan State has been really, really solid inside the paint. I know Mast obviously whooped that ass last game. He put up 19, but shot volume not nearly the same for this guy, and potential for foul trouble, which is something that USC has been really, really struggling. I'll actually bring up the other big as well so we can kind of take a peek at Coffee. But both of these guys, foul trouble concerns every single game. I mean, they were both equally averaging over 3 fouls per game. So, for one, you could get the early 2-foul shenanigans where he just sits for a ton of minutes. Always love to see that. But taking a look at his volume, Michigan State is not a high free throw allowed team. I mean, they're, for the most part, pretty disciplined. I know Jackson Kohler can kind of get a little handsy in the first half sometime, but all in all, this team pretty well disciplined. So that's that being one huge thing that kind of has boosted his overall scoring is these random double-digit free throw attempts games. So I don't think that's going to be the case. Maybe on a good day he'll 6 to 8 free throw attempts at best, but honestly, the volume overall single-digit for majority of his games. All the real opponents they played, single digit, and minutes as well. We've seen those kind of all over the place. He can play up to the high 30s, damn near the whole game, or goes out and gets into foul trouble, and he's 26, 25 minutes, something like that in a competitive game. And for this matchup, and especially being on the road, I don't mind that. They're coming off of a pretty upsetting loss. Like I said, Chad got into foul trouble this last game, but yeah, this team's just allowing so many free throws. It's insane. And then, like I said, same thing for Coffee, averaging about 3 fouls per game. Same thing, single-digit usage player. They're just kind of bodies out there grabbing rebounds. And that's about it. So I like the underband. I think that was a really sharp call.
Cool. Hopefully it comes through. It just seems to make sense a lot of when you look at the games he did good in, they were against shit teams. Notice that a lot, too, about college is the bigger guys, they seem to feed in the games where they're playing against teams that aren't that good. They can just do whatever they want. That's where his little spike high point games go. Now that Seton Hall game, I don't know how he got 25 in that game, so we just look at that and say, yeah, outlier there. But when you're shooting for a one underplay, you have a yes or a no answer. You got to lean the under and just hope that he stays under 15.5. Michigan State is no fucking joke. So we'll see. But 16 is a lot of points for a college player. You got to be one of the top guys there to score 16 points against Michigan State.
Yeah, and especially with how much of a ball hog Chad can be. We'll talk about him in just a second as well. But I've seen many games, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, where that dude is not passing the ball like at all. There's a reason why his assist prop is 2.5.
Yep. And there's a reason why we're going straight points with him.
Yeah. So I mean, the Seton Hall game, he had 19 free throw attempts. Like that sure as hell is not happening.
Yeah, I wonder, what did Chad do in that game?
He probably got fouled a lot too. I wouldn't be surprised to see him with some high free throws. Let's see. Yeah, he had 6 for 7 free throws. Only 10 field goal attempts. So that is definitely a underwhelming performance.
Maybe he got in a little foul trouble. He did have 3 fouls and only 29 minutes.
Yeah. And I believe that was a game that Rodney Rice got hurt as well. So that was just kind of a mixed bag of
there we go.
That happened.
Okay. So there was a few reasons why they were going Ezra so much. Okay, good. Well, that helps.
Rodney got hurt that game too. So just a weird game flow. He got in his flow state, and 19 free throw attempts. Obviously, he's kind of not going to happen again.
Yeah.
But,
okay, cool. Makes me like it even more.
One other big thing too is he's really efficient about the offensive putbacks and also offensive getting to the free throw line. And this matchup, they are literally the best at limiting. They're ranked number 1 against opposing offensive rebounds. So he's either going to have to kill us from the free throw line, and that's just unfortunate, or natural shooting. And I mean, hey, Rose putting up 7-8 attempts, go ahead, beat me with 70% shooting.
Got to do it. Cool. So we locked in a little bit of value last night, 15.5. 14.5 feels a little scarier, so I'm glad we're in.
Yes, sir. Very nice calls. All right. Still on the same side of thing, let's talk about CBM. 17.5 points is quite generous. This is a player who got all the way up to 20 and 21.5 points earlier down the stretch here. And although, yes, much tougher matchup in general, he is coming off of a really bad foul game. Game before that was a blowout, so he didn't have to play many minutes. But this last game, he had 4 fouls in the first half, which is just one, terrible coaching, and two, just a total anomaly. But at least I will say, even with one, him getting the fouls there, coach had all the faith in the world to leave him out there. And then secondly, he started the second half. I mean, bro literally came out of the gate and was just like, all right, we're down by so much already. Either, I foul out or I'll play until I don't. And so he ended up not fouling out. And, he came up just shy, only put up 12 points. But granted, they got blown out by 30, and he had to miss a little bit of time there during the second half. So this could be a perfect spot. This discounted line is definitely something to at least really consider on the radar. And I know you had brought up the difference between his, getting 15 or more, taking that for an alt payout, or just playing the normal line. And I mean, really only one game difference, and that was just a blowout as well. So he ended up only playing the 23 minutes. But, any of the games where he's played his normal allotment, I mean, you can see all the green bars line up with that. Oh, excuse me. The only one being this miss against Boise State. And, he just shot terribly from the field. So good discount, tough matchup. Think it's worth a half unit, and for him to not be in foul trouble tonight.
Yeah. Love it. I have to remind myself what the heck we were looking at last night. But yeah, that makes sense, man. Like, it's either going to be over 17.5 or bust, because taking less money for him to go out there and shoot bad, and he's probably going to score 18 or more, or he's going to score fucking 9, and we're going to be mad that we took his alt and he's going to ruin a parlay. We don't want to ruin parlays. That's the number one thing. We just want to figure it out, the best spot. The best spot for him looks to be go for that normal play there, 17.5, and I'm glad we got to this weekend. At least it's something to go towards and ride out here. So the Mast full play there, and Chad full play there, and Bruce alt, and Ezra under feels pretty good with a couple bowl plays. I mean, we only have 3 games, and we're skipping 1 game, so we really only have 2 games we're watching here. So I think we found some good shit for only 2 games.
Oh yeah, and some plays that we were already hoping were going to be right in that realm of, I thought for sure Mass was going to be at least 16.5 points, if not 17.5. So for me to see the 15.5, I was just like, hell yeah, lock it in.
And so we can go look and see if we have any boosts today too, and there could be a few alts we could find here before tip. I know the game starts in an hour, so I'm going to take a peek. I'm not sure if we have boosts or not, but that should be nice. We also have some games up, some props up for tomorrow, so there might be some alts in there we can add to the list before tip.
Ooh. Yeah, and I was actually about to go to that. Tomorrow is going to be an unbelievable slate. It's not even the biggest slate, but for this nice, like, mid-size, we're going to get a lot of props for this. So the slate as a whole, we got a lot of in-season stuff. We got Texas v. Texas. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
But a really, really loaded slate. I mean, top to bottom, we should get props for, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, at least those first 8 games, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We might get something from this Colorado game. These last few games are just a maybe. So at least 14 to 15 games worth of props tomorrow. That's like almost 30 some odd teams.
Ooh wee! We're gonna be up late tonight finding plays. I can see it already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Louisville. Wow. Texas Tech. Houston.
And we'll get the Texas Tech Houston game. That's gonna be an interesting one. I was like, you're gonna see that and be like, oh, bet online. What unders are we finding here?
Yeah, maybe, huh?
Yeah, this will be fun. This is definitely fun.
Christian Anderson, though, holy moly, that dude's been balling. Oh my gosh.
19 points. Yes, sir. You were on that again.
What's he gonna do against Houston?
Well, Houston's still, like we talk about all the time, they've been phenomenal at shutting it down inside the paint. So anytime JT Toppin's been limited or really struggled from the field, the wingman's picking it up here. So I do think Books might kind of be savvy to that. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at like 18.5 points. I'd be really surprised if he's 19.5. That might put me off it completely, but I think 18.5 points, 27, 28.5 PA, something like that.
And then look at Georgia. Georgia's been like actually a real team. They're 18 in Florida. They're going to be favored over Florida, or Florida will probably be still favored in Florida, huh? But that's going to be another good one.
Let's see. I'm genuinely curious.
Wilkinson on Georgia. I know his minutes haven't been good, but man, that dude has been balling. Wilkerson, I think his name is.
Yeah,
but Florida's favored by 8.5, and they're not even ranked. That's crazy. That home court advantage is real deal. You saw what happened in North Carolina Saturday.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be real fun. A lot of close projected, a lot of top teams going at it.
Might have to do a little quick video tomorrow or tonight if we see something that we love.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not opposed to that. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button down below and hit that sub button if you're not already. Turn those notifications on so you don't miss out. I know we haven't uploaded too many nighttime videos, but we also haven't had these, consecutive, really stacked slates. So like we've been talking about for the last entire month, we were going to be really busy in the New Year's, and this is another real busy day tomorrow. So I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, let's get through tonight. Hopefully these things we got here come through, and we'll hit tomorrow. We'll smash tomorrow because we got some shit going right now.
We do, man. Units are rolling, and I mean, hey, if you guys are in the Discord too, just another unbelievable weekend with tackles. So made some money there. I saw Big DZ had a really good Saturday. He also had a bounce back on Friday, so back-to-backs with that. And I think the Premier League or the International League is still going on, so he had some stuff rolling out for that. And don't want to miss it, so make sure you guys be a part of the Discord. Come check it out. Still running 7-day free trials.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Well, since we do have a bit of an earlier start today, I think we're probably going to wrap it up here, give us a little bit of time to get ready, and then, like you said, we might be staying up a little bit late tonight, so we'll see.
I know. We might have to start looking at them during the day here. Start it off because there's a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is we're not waiting around too late for the last game. It's at 8:30 Eastern, so especially whenever that game concludes, we should get a lot more stuff going on the board.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sweet. All right, y'all. Well, good luck this evening. We're going to get out of here, and we'll catch you guys in the Discord. We'll also see you back here at least for tomorrow's stream. If not, keep an eye out. We might have a little video coming out later today, but we'll catch y'all back here later. Good luck, and have a good one. Peace.